background on this one. This is the Cincinnati Police Chief, Teresa T, right? And she's responding to, in a press conference, to an incident that took place in Cincinnati 3 days ago. And it was a couple, I don't know if they were a couple, but it was a white male and a white female. And the video just immediately starts by you seeing the white male getting knocked to the ground. Like, he's an old boy, he's about 60, mid-60s. And he gets knocked to the ground and they punch him and knock him out, right? And then you see a woman come over, and she looks about mid-40s, and she comes over to try stop them from, continuing to jump on him and stuff like this. And she gets knocked out, but she gets knocked out so hard, like it's a really shocking video to watch, because she gets, like, it's literally one punch, but she just falls like a sack of potatoes. And then she's laying there, like, eyes open, looking up at the sky. And I'm thinking to myself, Jesus, she looks dead, like, Now she's not, I've looked into it and she's not, she recovered and everything. But, like, there was blood coming out of her mouth and everything, it was proper intense, like. So this police chief here, her first thing that she does, right, in response to this incident that took place, which was horrendous, you would think, is describe who these people are that are doing it and talk about the ongoing, investigation into trying to find these people who did this, because it was disgusting. The attack was disgusting. I mean, the old boy was walking away, I can't actually show the video on YouTube, because they will strike me for it. I know they will, because it has anything that has that type of violence in it, and especially if it's crimes committed by, certain, if it's crimes committed by a certain skin tone on another skin tone, YouTube strike you for it. You can do it the other way around all you want, funnily enough. Anyway, here's our first response to this. And I hate, do you know what? I do hate to make it about that. Like, I do hate to highlight that fact that bringing the skin tone into it. Because all these anyone of a criminal mindset should be called out. Doesn't matter what bleeding colour their skin is. But it's the response of this woman. Like, the reason I'm saying it is, you do hear of attacks like that young fella in Manchester. The media is fawning over this young fella in England, saying local area mourns this bubbly young guy who got, the lad that got run over by the father. He got run over by a bloke because the young fella robbed his son's bike, like, at knife point, So the young fella went over and ran him over. But then the media is portraying the young fella who did the robbing in the first place as this bubbly young fella. And it's just not true. I mean, he held a young fella at bloody knife point to rob him. What's bubbly about that? But this is the Cincinnati Police Chief's first response to that incident in Cincinnati. Check this out.
Another topic I want to cover real quick. Social media and journalism and the role it plays in this incident. And yes, guys, that's you. That is you. Social media, the post that we've seen, does not depict the entire incident. That is one version of what occurred. At times, social media and mainstream media and their commentaries are a misrepresentation of the circumstances surrounding any given event. What that does, that causes us some difficulties in thoroughly investigating the activity and enforcing the law. Because what happens, that social media post and your coverage of it distorts the content of what actually happened. And
Now, do you know what? When she said that, the first thing that came into my head is, so you don't want us to believe what we've seen with our own eyes. Is that the case? Or is it a case of now that the public are more informed about what happened, that it's going to create more work for these people, and they just can't be arsed doing work? Do you know what I mean? Like doing more of an investigation into it, because the video quite clearly shows. Now I will put a link in the description so people can go and have a look, or I'll pin the comment with the video so you can have a look for yourselves. But it's just incredible the amount of effort put in here to basically to say to all of us, listen, we know you all seen the video, but don't believe what your eyes are telling you. Isn't it fucking mad?
it makes our job more difficult. Go ahead, right here.
Thank you. 2 questions. Where were the nearest officers?
In the central business section, they were working. They were both in vehicles, and like I said, they had to maneuver through the traffic.
My second question is, you had said social media, news media distorted the content of what actually happened. What exactly was distorted? I understand that there was multiple views of the video, but exactly what led up to this? I mean, what was distorted?
Yeah, so I think by the irresponsibility with social media is it just shows one side of the equation quite frequently without context, without factual context.
Right. So without factual context. So with her, oh look the way she's looking directly at the camera there. So with her saying that would make me believe then that these 2 people who got knocked out did something to deserve being knocked out. That's the only reason I can see her having an issue with the video itself, is that she's willing to go up there on national television, right, and say to you, look, we all know you've seen the video, but you don't know what fully happened. You don't know if those people deserve to be knocked out like that or not. It's just absolutely incredible. Like, or is she willing to go this far because she doesn't want to create more work for herself and our fellow police officers? It's one or the other. It's one or the other. There's no other explanation for this video to come out, or for her to get up there and make excuses for 2 Americans getting knocked out in broad. Well, I don't know. It was late in the day when the video happened, but it's a vicious video. Like, it's horrible. There's big gangs of these people going around in Cincinnati, and they're just knocking people out. Like, they knocked the elbow out, and it's a horrible video to watch. Like I said, I'll put the link in if you want to watch it. But if someone else has an explanation why a police chief would get up here and do this, it's bringing back memories of the guy, the PSNI chief inspector, coming out and basically telling us, don't believe what you're seeing on social media. Let us tell you what the truth is, Let us tell you what we want you to believe. That's exactly what this video is.
And then people run with that. And then it grows legs and it becomes something bigger that we then have to try to manage as part of the investigation.
So by the little bit at the end there, it's like the way you said, we have to manage, or we have to, so we can tell you what happened, we can put a story together. We only want you listening to what we want you listening to. Don't believe what your eyes are telling you. Only listen to what we're telling you. Crazy. Then your social media is so far ahead of all these clowns. They're struggling to keep up. There might be a bit of a clampdown coming now on. Well, I suppose that's what the English are doing with their ID now. See this new photo ID you have to scan in on certain web pages. And like I said, let's see if that comes into play against like sites like with porn and stuff. I bet you it doesn't, because they want the kids fucked up and watching all of that stuff. It's only what they want us to see that they're going to be cool with letting slide, you know. Anyway, there's Cincinnati for you. Cincinnati Police Chief.